Hey guys, welcome back again to another exciting video. Here in today's video, we will know the inspiring story of Mehdi Hassan. Therefore, before we begin, if you are new to this channel and like the content what we post, then you should go and hit the subscribe button and push the bell icon so that you will never miss these interesting videos when we upload them. Let's get started. Mehdi Hassan Khan was a Pakistani ghazal singer and a playback singer for Lollywood, one of the greatest and most influential figures in the history of ghazal singing. He is referred to as Sahanshah Ghazal, King of Ghazal. Known for his haunting baritone voice, Mehdi Hassan is credited with bringing ghazal singing to a worldwide audience. He is unique for his melodic patterns and maintaining integrity of the ragas in an innovative way. Born to a family, he influenced generations of singers of diverse genres from Jagjit Singh to Sonu Nigam. He earned numerous awards and accolades in his career and remained a leading singer of Pakistani film industry along with another contemporary playback singer Ahmad Rushdie, and it's estimated that he sang and created soundtracks for almost 300 movies. Well, that was the introduction. Now let's see how he struggled in his early life. Mehdi Hassan was born on 18th July 1927 in a village called Luna, Shekhawati near Mandwa in Jhunjhunu district in British India into a family of traditional musicians. He claims to be the 16th generation of his hereditary musicians hailing from the Kalawant clan of musicians. Mehdi Hassan had his musical grooming from his father Ustad Azim Khan and uncle Ustad Ismail Khan, who were both traditional Dhrupad singers. Hassan started to perform at a young age at the first concert of Dhrupad and Khayal with his elder brother and is reported to have been held in Fazilka Bangla near present DC House in 1935 of undivided Punjab. His elder brother Pandit Ghulam Qadir was also very encouraging in sharpening his skills. In 1947, India became independent and its partition took place, creating a new Muslim majority country, Pakistan. The 20-year-old Hassan and his family migrated to Pakistan carrying little with them by way of material goods. The family proceeded to his paternal aunt's house, who lived in a village, Chowk number 111 by 7R near Chinchawatni. They suffered severe financial hardships in their new country. Mehdi Hassan initially started working nearby Chinchawatni in a bicycle shop, Mughal Cycle House. He later became a car and diesel tractor mechanic. Despite the financial hardships, he kept up the routine of his singing practice on a daily basis and kept the practicing difficult ragas. In 1957, Mehdi Hassan was again given the opportunity to sing on Radio Pakistan, primarily as a Thumri singer, which earned him recognition within the musical fraternity. He had a passion for Urdu poetry and therefore he began to experiment by singing ghazals on a part-time basis. He cites radio officers Z.A. Bukhari and Rafiq Anwar as additional influences in his progression as a ghazal singer. He first sang on Radio Pakistan in 1952. His first film song was Nazar Milte Hi Dil Ki Baat Ka Charcha Na Ho Jaye, film Shikhar in 1956. This song was written by poet Yazdani Jalandhari and its music was composed by Ashghar Ali M. Hussain. In 1964, his ghazal for a film Farangi Gulo Mein Rang Bhare Baade Naubahar Chale, written by renowned Pakistani poet Faiz Ahmad Faiz and composed by Rashid Atre, gave him a major breakthrough into the Pakistani film industry, and he never looked back after that. Even the original ghazal poet Faiz Ahmad Faiz stopped reciting it in his mushairas, poetry reciting events, and instead recommended that the audience ask Mehdi Hasan to sing it for them because the poet jokingly used to say that the ghazal belonged to Mehdi Hasan after its popularity. Following the severe illness in the late 1980s, Mehdi Hasan stepped down from playback singing. Later, due to severity of his illness, he completely departed from music. In 1977, Lata Mangeshkar was so moved by his dulcet vocals during a New Delhi concert that she is reported to have said, "ऐसा लगता है कि उनके गले में भगवान बोलते हैं." It feels like God is singing through his voice. In October 2010, HMV label released Sarhade, in which probably the first and last duet song Tera Milna featuring Mehdi Hasan and Lata Mangeshkar was released. This song was composed by Mehdi Hasan himself, written by Farhad Shahzad. Mehdi Hasan recorded it in Pakistan in 2009, and Lata Mangeshkar later heard the track and recorded her part in India in 2010, and the song was later mixed together for a duet. The same duet, Tera Milna, was also sung by Mehdi Hasan and Noor Jahan. Mehdi Hasan is regarded as one of the best singers in the subcontinent. On 18 July 2018, the day of his 91st birthday, Google featured Mehdi Hasan on its homepage doodle. Some of the musicians who are associated with him were Ustad Pir Baksh, who was a tabla player, Ustad Muhammad Hussain, Ustad Abdus Sattar Tari, a tabla player. Some of his renowned students are Parvez Mehdi, Talat Aziz, Rajkumar Rizvi, Ghulam Abbas, Salamat Ali, Afzal Munni Shabani, Rehan Ahmad Khan, Savita Ahuja, Shamshad Hussain Chanda, Shehnaz Begum in Bangladesh, Yasmin Mushtari in Bangladesh, and Hariharan. Now let's see his family. Mehdi Hasan had 14 children. As many as 6 of his sons are active in the field of music, and they are Tariq Mehdi Hasan, Arif Mehdi Hasan, Asif Mehdi Hasan, Kamran Mehdi Hasan, Imran Mehdi Hasan, Faizan Mehdi Hasan, Sajid Mehdi Hasan, Shahzad Mehdi Hasan, and Waris Hasan Mehdi. Mehdi Hasan has won numerous awards, and here down below you will find the list of it. He had been the recipient of numerous awards and recognition. The Tamghai Imtiaz granted to him by Jin Ayub Khan, the pride of performance bestowed on him by Jin Jial Haq, and the Hilali Imtiaz conferred by Jen Parvez Mushraf. Besides the Nigar Films and Graduate Awards from Pakistan, he was presented the Saigal Award in Jalandhar, India in 1979, whereas the Gorkha Dakshina Bahu Award was given to him in Nepal in 1983. Recently, he travelled to Dubai to receive yet another award. In the last moments, he had been suffering from a serious lung condition for a few years before his death. Mehdi Hasan died at around noon on 13 June 2012 at Aga Khan University Hospital in Karachi after suffering a 12-year-long tenure of lung, chest and urinary tract disease. Towards the end of 2000, he suffered his first stroke. In 2005, he was taken to India for Ayurvedic treatment, where he was welcomed by Atul Bihari Vajpayee, Dilip Kumar, Lata Mangeshkar, and many others of his Indian fans. He suffered his second stroke soon after he returned from India, and that stroke left him speechless and helpless until his death on 13 June 2012. Well, that was the struggling story of Ustad Mehdi Hasan. We hope you have understood today's concept. If you have any queries, then feel free to contact us. You will find the contact details down in the description. If you have liked this video, then don't forget to drop a like to it and share it with your family and friends so that even they get to know the struggling story of him. To be notified when we upload this kind of interesting videos, you should go and hit the subscribe button and push the bell icon right now. You can follow us over Facebook and Instagram for more updates. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video very soon. Till then, you can watch the rest of the videos which are going to appear right now here on the screen. Enjoy it.